So the book starts with Django's favorite position. I would say it's any guitarist's favorite position, which is the pentatonic. So from the A shape that we all know, first lick, I took it from Place de Brouckere. Here we have all of the enclosures from these notes, which are the triad for B flat. And then he repeats the pattern for E flat. Another good example from Django's playing is Coquette in 1946. Now we're in D major, and also from this position, A-shaped position, Django goes out of the position in the book. I highlight the notes that are being enclosed. So all of the triad notes, all of these notes are being enclosed to the 6th, to the 7th, to the root, and then to the 6 again. Let's start off from this position and check out how Django and all of the contemporaries took advantage of this kind of lick. This is a Django's lick from Brouckere. He's recording in 1942. If we think about F7 and this position right here, F7 is the same as C minor. All of the 2-5-1 licks are basically the same. So everything that I do for C minor, I can do for F7. And in this case, since I'm focusing on this A-shaped position for the dominant chord, I can play notice that we're always in this position, the A shape. The same position is used in Exactly Like You. Django's 1940 solo, he plays this kind of lick in triplets. Now he plays it in triplets. In Brouckere he's playing in quavers, and now in Exactly Like You he's playing in triplets, so he's adjusting the notes. Right? And also in Billets, he's playing this in the same position and the same kind of movement. So now the chord is A7 again in this position, and notice that although you can play the chord like this, the position of the scale and the notes is this one. Right? So in this case, Billets, he's playing something like this. So now if you pick all these 3 licks and transpose them to the same key, you'll notice this it's the same position and it's the same way of thinking, but the notes aren't the same, the rhythm is not the same, the expression is not the same. So this will give you a template for you to move forward. So blues square, if I think about D7 now, blues square would be, right? Exactly like you would be, and Billets would be, right? So now you have this position, the minor 6 pentatonic, which is Django's favorite position. There's many licks from Django and from all of the other contemporaries that use this kind of approach, this position and this licks. In 1940s blues mineur, Django plays this over F7. F7 right here, so the position, Django's favorite position, is right here. And now the lick starts with a chromatic approach, but not on the 3rd string, now it's on the 2nd string. Notice the string skipping, and now back to the 2nd string. So you can play, you can skip a string or not, you can play consecutive strings. Be creative, be inventive, and try to figure out where can you go from this starting point. So blues mineur, but in 1947 and 1949 Django extends this lick. So now he plays the chromatic approach on the 3rd string, like blues square. This is 1940, and now the 47-49. Notice that Django starts typical Django with the 7th interval, then descending, chromatic, and then ascending, the same notes, and now this will be on the 2nd chapter of the book, because now we're extending this position to the next position. So it's a combination of 2 positions. In Undecided, chord is now G7. Undecided from 1939, Django plays something like, again the string skipping, but it's not on the same as before. The same position, very different result. Notice that in blues mineur, Django would be playing, and in Undecided, he's playing first one, second, first one in triplets, the second one in quavers. The expression in the string skipping is different. In blues mineur, Django is playing 4th string to 2nd string. In Undecided, he's playing 4th string to 3rd string and finishing on the 5th string. Again, you can mix everything and play something like and create loops around this. And that's what Django does in many songs. For instance, in Nuages, he's playing this loop all around. The chord is G7 now, in this position, this pentatonic. Django is playing so Django is repeating the lick and taking advantage of the position. And now he repeats. In Nuages, Django is playing inside the position. Django also uses this particular position and extends the lick. How does he do that? There's two great examples, Django's Tiger and Coquette. One in quavers, the other one in triplets. Check it out on the book. In Django's Tiger, now the chord is A7. And Django plays he's starting off with his favorite position, the A-shaped position. But now he's extending the position to the next chapter, the second chapter. Check it out on the book. So, of course, everything, the cage system is linked. From this position you go to this G-shaped position, and that's what Django is doing in Django's Tiger. In Coquette he's playing the same lick in the same pattern but in triplets, and now the chord is E7. From this A-shape position Django is playing You notice that it doesn't sound the same for sure, because the first lick in Django's Tiger he's playing quavers, the second lick in Coquette he's playing triplets, but also the movement is different. So this is the way for you to create variations. In the same key, let's be neutral here and go to D7, this position. You'd be playing Django's Tiger like, and Coquette you'd be playing like. Subtle differences make a huge difference. Django ends his solo in Django's Tiger with the same kind of lick that he started. In this case E7, and here is the position. So now he's playing so it's the final 2-5-1 of the song. E7 to E, B7 to E7 to A tonic. Right? Funny thing about this lick is that Django is actually thinking about the G shape for the B7, and immediately he floats back to the A shape of this E7, A shape. And now Gonzalo Bergara is one of the Django's contemporaries that master this technique, and in Coquette he's doing something a little bit different. So A7, again the chromatic on the second string. You can do it on the second string, on the third string, it doesn't matter. It's just a difference, but the thought process, the idea, the concept is the same. You can start here or here, in any note that you want to start. The point here is that Django usually plays this double down from the second to the third string. Contemporary guys want to simplify stuff as much as possible. So what these guys usually do is cancel the double down picking, and now you will have something like 2 notes, 2 notes, 2 notes. Yeah, check this out on the book. Another example from Gonzalo Bergara, and also in Coquette. Notice that the second string, you have a bunch of notes. What this means is that you can place pairs of notes, in this case 6 notes, to even out your right hand, your picking hand movement, so that you always have down, up motion. You see? Blue Drag is one of my favorite songs, and Django Reinhardt also plays this kind of lick on a B section. So the chord is now G minor. G minor is the same as C7, so the position, that the shape that I'm thinking about is the C7 in A shape from here to here, right? Because the C7 is the same as G minor, and you can play any lick that you play for G7, you can play for G minor. So the position is the same as well. The position for G minor or C7 is exactly the same. This is a beautiful lick, and Django takes advantage from all of the 6 strings. What it started as a 4-string lick, now Django is expanding but still keeping all the notes in the same position, in that A shape, pentatonic, minor 6 pentatonic shape. So now he's playing and also Belleville plays this lick in a super fast fashion, but now he's mixing the quavers with the triplets like this. In this lick, Django starts with the quavers in an upward motion, and then he repeats the last note will become the first note of the descending line, so that he also always has this up and down movement on the picking hand.